Why is the banana a fruit that's both incredibly popular and surprisingly mysterious? You peel it, you eat it, and you probably don't think much about it. But from its ancient origins to its bizarre genetics and uncertain future, the banana is far stranger than you imagine. Prepare to peel back the layers of this everyday fruit because we're diving deep into the weird science, shocking history, and uncertain future of the humble banana. Stay with us until the very end to discover why this common fruit might just disappear forever. Welcome to Young Curiosity, where we unravel the mysteries of our world. If you're fascinated by the hidden stories behind everyday things, you're in the right place. Please take a moment to smash that like button. Subscribe to Young Curiosity for more mind-bending insights, and tell us in the comments where you're watching from. Your support helps us bring these incredible topics to life. First, let's talk about where bananas come from. You might think they grew in perfect bunches just waiting to be picked, but the wild banana is almost unrecognizable. Its origins trace back to Southeast Asia, specifically Papua New Guinea, over 10,000 years ago. Evidence from archaeological sites suggests early human cultivation efforts transformed what was originally a seedy, barely edible fruit into something more appealing. These original bananas were packed with large, hard seeds, making up most of their volume, rendering them a challenging snack at best. Imagine trying to eat a banana that's 90% inedible seeds. It was through thousands of years of careful cultivation, cross-pollination, and selective breeding by ingenious early farmers that we gradually bred out most of the large seeds and developed the sweeter, fleshier, and much more palatable fruit we know today. This remarkable transformation was an incredible feat of ancient agriculture and genetic selection, turning a wild, seedy inconvenience into a foundational global staple that would, eventually feed millions across continents. Here's where it gets really weird. Most of the bananas you eat today are clones. Specifically, they are a variety called the Cavendish banana. Almost all commercially grown bananas worldwide, especially those found in supermarkets, are genetically identical. They are propagated asexually from cuttings or suckers from existing plants, rather than from seeds. This extreme genetic uniformity came about because the Cavendish variety displayed a crucial resistance to a devastating fungal disease called Panama disease, specifically an earlier strain known as Race 1, that tragically wiped out the previous dominant commercial variety, the Gros Michel, in the mid-20th century. The Gros Michel, once the world's most popular banana, essentially disappeared from global markets due to this blight. While cloning ensures a consistent taste, texture, and convenient mass production for global trade, it comes with a massive, inherent vulnerability. Imagine an entire species of humans being genetically identical. If one person got sick with a specific virus, everyone would be susceptible. That's precisely the banana's biggest problem, a ticking time bomb in the world of agriculture. This extreme genetic uniformity of the Cavendish banana means it is now facing its own existential threat. A new, more aggressive, and highly virulent strain of Panama disease, known as Tropical Race 4, TR4. Unlike the old strain that decimated the Gros Michel, TR4 can, horrifyingly, infect the Cavendish banana. Once a banana plant is infected with TR4, there is currently no known cure. The soil-borne fungus attacks the plant's root system, blocking its ability to absorb water and nutrients, effectively starving the plant from the inside out. The plant eventually wilts and dies, and its spores can remain viable in the soil for decades, rendering contaminated land permanently unusable for future banana cultivation. TR4 has been slowly and relentlessly spreading from its origins in Southeast Asia, moving through Africa, and is now a terrifying, looming threat to Latin America, the region where the vast majority of the world's commercially traded bananas are grown. If it reaches these major growing regions and spreads unchecked, The economic and food security consequences could be absolutely catastrophic on a global scale. What's your favorite way to eat a banana? Let us know in the comments. Beyond the looming threat of disease and its clonal nature, bananas have other strange and surprising quirks. Did you know bananas are radioactive? Yes, slightly. They naturally contain a significant amount of potassium, which is an essential nutrient for human health. However, a small fraction of natural potassium, specifically about 0.017%, is the radioactive isotope potassium-40, K40. This isotope decays very slowly, emitting tiny amounts of radiation. Don't worry. The amount of radiation from a single banana is incredibly small and completely harmless to humans. You'd need to eat literally millions of bananas in one sitting to get a harmful dose, which is physically impossible. This inherent radioactivity is so well known in scientific circles that scientists even playfully use the banana equivalent dose, BED, as a casual, informal unit of radiation measurement to illustrate very small doses. It's a fascinating and slightly bizarre fact that highlights the surprising chemistry present in everyday foods we consume without a second thought. So, with the persistent and terrifying threat of TR4 advancing globally, what does the future hold for the Cavendish banana, and indeed, for the entire banana industry? Scientists worldwide are scrambling desperately to find a sustainable solution before it's too late. One of the most prominent approaches is genetic modification, GM, or bioengineering. This involves introducing genes from other plants or organisms that confer resistance directly into the Cavendish banana's genome, aiming to create TR4-resistant varieties. While this technology holds immense promise for a rapid solution, it frequently faces significant public skepticism and regulatory hurdles regarding genetically modified organisms, GMOs, in many parts of the world. Another strategy is to return to the more traditional methods of breeding new banana varieties. This involves painstakingly crossing different wild banana species and various existing cultivars in the hopes of finding naturally resistant offspring. This is an incredibly slow and arduous process, as most cultivated bananas produce very few viable seeds, making traditional breeding programs extremely challenging and time-consuming. Researchers are also exploring other avenues, such as developing powerful fungicides specifically targeted at TR4, and implementing much stricter farm management practices and biosecurity measures to contain and slow the spread of the fungus once it appears in new regions. The potential disappearance of the Cavendish banana isn't just about losing a convenient and popular snack in Western countries. It represents a profound economic disaster for millions of farmers in tropical regions across Africa, Asia, and Latin America, who rely almost entirely on banana cultivation for their livelihoods and income. Furthermore, it is a critical food security issue for hundreds of millions of people worldwide, as bananas serve as a staple food, providing essential calories and nutrients in many diets, particularly in developing nations. The entire journey of the banana, from its wild seedy ancestor to the globally uniform clone we consume today, highlights both the remarkable triumphs of human ingenuity in agriculture and the inherent precarious vulnerabilities of relying so heavily on monoculture. It serves as a powerful and stark reminder that even the most common and seemingly mundane things around us hold incredible, complex stories and often face profound and uncertain futures. What other common foods do you think have a hidden, strange story? Share your ideas in the comments below. So, the next time you pick up and peel a banana, take a moment to appreciate its incredible, improbable journey. Remember that it's a clone facing a global pandemic, a subtle source of natural radioactivity, and the subject of intense scientific efforts to save its future. The humble banana stands as a fascinating testament to the powerful forces of natural selection, the enduring ingenuity of humanity in shaping its food sources, and the delicate balance required to maintain our global food supply in the face of evolving threats. What other everyday items hold fascinating secrets just waiting to be uncovered? Stay curious, and we'll see you next time